Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto 3, the Definitive Edition. In this part, we will be completing the mission The Fuzz Ball for Luigi, and for this mission, we will be using this coach found here in Trenton.
Policeman's ball is being held at the old school hall near the Callahan Bridge, and they'll be looking for some old school action. Now, I got girls all over town walking the street. Get them to the ball. They'll make a bundle. Get as many of them as you can before the cops drink away their green.
Well, looks like Luigi's settled down quite a bit there. You know, in the previous mission, he was getting all hot and heavy up in our face, but now he's cool and collected. And it's quite nice stuff there. And speaking of collected, that is the significance of the coach. Because what we have to do in this mission is collect at least 4 of Luigi's finest women here in Portland that are marked on your map, by the way, to take on over to the Policeman's Ball. It's held at the old school hall near the Callahan Bridge. I always like the way Luigi says that for some reason. I don't know, the phrasing of certain things. It's not really significant or funny, it just comes off as really great for some reason. But anyway, you have to collect at least 4 of these women, and there's a maximum amount of 8. So any extra woman you take on over to the pube ball, you get an extra $500 once this mission completes itself, because there is a timer for this mission. So the mission ends when that timer hits 0, or if you happen to turn in, which sounds really weird, turn in all 8 of the women into the fuzz ball before that point. So that's the goal here. We want to use this coach, or you can use a bus too, if that's what you happen to come across, to collect all 8 of these women to get an achievement here in the definitive edition of this game. So not only is it a pretty decent strategy, but you also get rewarded for it beyond completing the mission. You know, for those of you after those old achievements and whatnot, you know, back in my day, ooh, I used to get the blood flowing. Now the only thing that does that is cocaine and strippers. So speaking of things of ill repute, these women are scattered across Portland, and they're actually in a pretty decent, linear path. So using something like the coach to just, run along a straight line is really nice, because this thing, it's a girthy beast, this thing we're driving, so you can just smash vehicles out of the way, smack some ass here and there, and it's fantastic stuff. And even outside of missions, this is one of my favorite things to do in Grand Theft Auto games, where you just get a massive vehicle, try getting as much speed as you can, and just ram into the first vehicle you see once you hit the max speed in whatever you're driving. So, doing that in something like a coach or a fire truck, it's a lot of fun. And shout outs to the aggro drivers. That's something I wanted to point out, actually, since we have a lot of time, because this is a lengthier mission for the opening portion of this game, where it seems like in the definitive version, I tend to crash into vehicles more often than I would in the original version, because I feel like before, you wouldn't have too many instances of cars that you can't see but are actually turning where you want to go. Like, this happens at intersections that have a bunch of buildings around the intersection, so you can't really see around the corners too nicely. So, I don't know, it just feels like traffic is a bit more dense in certain spots than it normally would, so it's taking a bit of getting used to say the least. But you can see right there, with the coach, though, it doesn't matter what spawns in your way. You can just smash them out of the way. So we're almost done here. We've collected the final woman, and we've kind of made a full circle because Luigi's Club is right down the street. So I don't know. I mean, you can use whatever method you want. I know back in the day, before these old fancy achievements, something I'd like to do is just use a 4-door vehicle like the Kuruma you get at the beginning of the game, or even something like a Mafia Sentinel, which I don't think we've really seen yet, but it's a gang vehicle, so the Mafia gang drives this vehicle, and it's a really nice vehicle, actually. It's a very, very great one, and even a police car. It's also a 4-door vehicle that's very speedy and sturdy and reliable, so I don't know, there's tons of different options to use here, but I like the coach. And I also like this when you start dropping off the women, because it's like the characters don't know how to react because there's that staircase in the exit of the coach, and that creates a problem where the animation to exit is significantly longer than just opening a door and then closing it. So whoever is standing in front of the stairwell as another character is trying to exit the coach, it just kind of causes them to fall over for some reason. So that's not a new glitch or anything. That's something that was in the original game too. So I don't know. It's always been funny to me. But anyway, that completes this part. Pretty nice little part here, you know. It gets you accustomed to how Portland is laid out. And I like missions like these early on in the game where, yeah, the first time you play through the game, it might be a bit more difficult. But when you're experienced with the game and you know the map, it's kind of fun almost speedrunning it in a way and trying to find the best route to do certain things. So all in all, pretty nice stuff, and that is the final Luigi mission. So in the next part, we will be completing the first Joey Leone mission, which is called Mike Lip's Last Lunch. So until then, I will see you next time.